Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest updates and breaking news. Today, we've got some incredible news that millions of Americans have been waiting for. The IRS has confirmed that $2,500 stimulus checks will be hitting mailboxes this week. That's right, you heard it correctly, payments are going out now, and in this video, we'll be diving into everything you need to know about it. From when and how you'll get your check, to who is eligible and what steps you should take, we've got you covered. Now, we know that financial relief is something many of us have been anxiously waiting for, especially with everything that's been going on lately. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's break it down. We're going to make sure you don't miss a thing. So, let's jump right into the big news. The IRS has officially confirmed that $2,500 stimulus checks are being mailed out this week. And while stimulus checks aren't a new concept to most of us at this point, this announcement is huge. Why? Because it's going to make a real difference for millions of families and individuals who are still struggling to get back on their feet. Now, these $2,500 checks come as part of the government's ongoing efforts to provide financial relief due to economic hardships, and they are targeted at helping those who need it the most. The $2,500 isn't a small amount of money. It can help cover bills, pay for necessities, or even contribute to savings for the future. And the best part? It's not just a random figure. This payment has been designed to match the needs of most households. The government has been very clear about this initiative. They want to ensure that the money gets to people quickly and that it provides the necessary financial cushion. But, of course, as with any government payment program, there are a few important details to know, like eligibility, when to expect your payment, and how to track it. Don't worry, we'll cover all of that in just a second. The IRS has mentioned that this is an ongoing effort, and it's part of a larger plan to ease the burden on American families. While the first wave of payments is already going out, more will be sent as the days go on. If you qualify, you could be seeing your check very soon. So, let's take a look at the important details, starting with who exactly is eligible for this $2,500 payment. Let's talk about eligibility. This is probably the most important piece of the puzzle, because if you're not eligible for the payment, you won't be receiving a check. So, how do you know if you qualify for the $2,500 stimulus payment? First and foremost, eligibility for this check is determined by your income. The IRS has set an income limit for the full $2,500 check, and here's how it breaks down. For individual taxpayers, also known as single filers, you'll qualify for the full payment if your adjusted gross income (AGI) is $75,000 or less. This is the income after deductions and other adjustments. So, if you're single, and your income falls at or below this threshold, you're in luck. That means you'll be receiving that $2,500 stimulus check, no questions asked. Now, for married couples who file jointly, the income limit is higher. If your combined AGI is $150,000 or less, you and your spouse can both receive the $2,500 check. This means that as a couple, you can enjoy the full benefit of the payment if you meet the criteria. For heads of household, which includes people who are single parents, guardians, or those providing for dependent children, the threshold is set at $112,500. So, if you're a single parent supporting children, and your income falls below this amount, you'll also receive the full $2,500 check. Of course, these figures are based on your most recent tax filing. So, if you filed taxes recently, the IRS will use the information they have from your tax return to determine your eligibility. If you haven't filed your taxes yet, don't panic. We'll talk about what you can do in just a little bit. Now, let's talk about when you can expect to get your check. As of this week, the IRS has already started sending out payments, and the good news is that many of you could see your check arriving soon, very soon. The IRS has stated that the first wave of payments is already underway, and those payments are expected to hit bank accounts and mailboxes any day now. The fastest way to receive your check is through direct deposit. If the IRS has your bank account details from your most recent tax filing, the payment will be sent straight to your bank account. Direct deposit is usually the quickest method, and for most people, it's the preferred option. So, if you've had a refund direct deposited before, you'll probably see that $2,500 deposited into your account in the next few days. For people who don't have direct deposit information on file with the IRS, the payment will be sent as a physical check. Now, the IRS has said that physical checks will be sent as well, and those will take a little longer to reach you. If you're receiving a physical check, it could take a few weeks for it to show up in your mailbox. But don't worry, the IRS is working quickly to ensure that all checks are mailed out by the end of the month, so you won't have to wait too long. I know a lot of you are wondering how you can track your payment, and fortunately, the IRS has set up an easy-to-use tool to help you do just that. The tool is called Get My Payment, and it's available on the IRS website. It's designed to give you an update on the status of your stimulus check. Once you visit the Get My Payment page, all you need to do is enter some basic information, your social security number, date of birth, and your address. From there, the tool will give you real-time information about when your payment was sent and whether it's been processed for direct deposit or mailing. This is the best way to check the status of your check, so be sure to take advantage of it if you're wondering where your payment is. If you're unable to access the tool or if you encounter any issues, you can also contact the IRS directly. But be warned, the IRS phone lines have been incredibly busy lately, so we recommend using the online tool as your first option. It's the quickest and most efficient way to get the information you need. Now, let's address an important question: what if you haven't filed your taxes yet for this year? Can you still get the $2,500 stimulus check? The short answer is yes, but you'll need to act quickly. The IRS will base your eligibility for this stimulus check on your most recent tax filing. If you've already filed your taxes for 2024, great. But if you haven't filed yet, and you think you're eligible for the payment, you'll need to get that tax return submitted as soon as possible. Even if you're not normally required to file taxes, the IRS has made it easier for people to submit a simple tax return. This will allow them to determine your eligibility for the stimulus check. Don't worry, the process is fairly straightforward, and the IRS has resources available to help you if you're unsure about what to do. So, what happens if you don't receive your $2,500 stimulus check, even though you think you should have? First, don't panic. There are a few steps you can take to figure out what happened. First, check the status of your payment using the Get My Payment tool. If it shows that your payment has been processed, but you still haven't received it, the problem could be with your address or banking information. Make sure that the IRS has the correct details for you, and if not, contact them directly to update your information. If your payment hasn't been processed yet, don't worry, the IRS will continue sending out payments throughout the month. So, you may just be in one of the later waves of payments, and your check should be arriving soon. So, there you have it, everything you need to know about the $2,500 stimulus checks hitting mailboxes this week. Whether you're getting your check via direct deposit or through the mail, you should be seeing that relief very soon. We hope this video helped clear up any questions you had about eligibility, tracking, and the timeline. If you found this information helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or want to share your experience. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.